Hey everyone, how's it going? Octopus here and welcome back to evercrisis. We're going to be talking about the issue with wallpapers that are coming in with this Monster Hunter collaboration. It was mentioned on my stream, I talked about it a little bit, and then it was mentioned again in my comment section, and I'm like, okay, so maybe we should talk about it, because it does matter. It really does. But first off, I'm going to start off with a little bit of a tip to help you with your materia. Enhancing so you guys can get more 5-star materials, more 4-star, because there's currently an event that's going on right now with an experience boost or drop rate that's also happening that I think you guys should take advantage of. So let's jump in and talk about both these topics because they're pretty important. Starting off with the easy stuff, right? Don't forget your daily draw. A lot of you guys forget this, and I'd like to remind you. Another thing I'd like to remind you guys about that is very simple to forget as well is co-op medals. Everything in here reset, and I didn't do enough co-ops to buy the whole entire shop, but there's new weapon parts here, mithril ore, everything you need to upgrade. And this is what the main part of this video is going to be about, is these things. So if you're new to the game, you want a lot of this. Synthesis Catalyst Piece Night, to be exact. And the reason is because when you go to synthesize materia, the night one is like the easiest thing to upgrade, just with how much there is when it comes to utility. So let me just sell this real quick. And a lot of this is me making gold off of this, because all you gotta do is craft the materia and then you sell it. And me being broke on Gil, that is one way I've been getting it. So this materia is good for triangle, circle, X, right? And then your neutral one that does better damage as a thing, doesn't help with sigil breaking. But when you add materia to this, if you do 5 of the basic one, it gives you 2-star guaranteed. If you try to max that out, you don't get there. But if you add 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, you're now guaranteed a 3-star. And this helps you, sorry about that, get closer to guaranteed 4 stars or 5 stars. Not guaranteed, but it's a better chance since you're taking away the factor that there is no longer any 2 stars or 1 stars happening. It's 3 stars or higher. So 3-star guaranteed for sure. So this is a very good way to get your 4 and 5-star materia so you can get better stats and complete more content. It's very important, right? This gold stuff is only for the materia that can't do this, because if you go to the Ruin Blow, the physical version, and you try to do the 10-6, it doesn't work. And if you do 10-10, it doesn't work. You have to use some gold there, and the whole setup is 10, 9, and 1. If you want to make the same quality, you have to start using this gold synthesis catalyst, which is a little bit more expensive. Newer players won't have this. If you're not ranking in battle rankings, it's hard. So one of the main great ways to make a lot of 4-star materia is that Night Ruin. And you just use this, pump in 10, go 6, synthesize, and if it's over an hour, you're golden. So let me do this one more time, because I'm going to be saving these, and I highly recommend this for when the guild comes out, because the guild system is going to have a materia system, and I'm curious what it is. Now, this doesn't guarantee you that you're going to get something crazy every time. It's just a higher chance. But I do have a lot of 4-star and 5-star materia this way. Here's an hour and 2 minutes, just because I'm able to do that. Now, obviously, I got to sell again because my inventory is capped all the time. I make way too much materia, way too often, but I'm trying to save as much of this as possible for when the guild comes out, just to see. So there you go. Guaranteed 4-star, bad stats, but that could be physical attack up percentage, and this is why this is so good. So I'm going to go ahead over here, just to increase it to see what that next stat is, and bam. Physical attack flat. This is dead. It's all flat. Right, the only thing that helps here is magic defense, but there's no HP percentage to go along with it, so I'm gonna sell that. But the whole point is that currently right now, if you go to the Chokeable Farm, you have 2 things: new Monster Hunter collaboration going on with new areas, and in those areas you're going to be dropping a couple things. So Volcano and Sandy Plains. Under Volcano, you can see that there is nighttime catalysts here, right? But also these Rathios mantles, which in the shop, if you exchange them, you get a bunch of good chests for them. And if you do go even harder and you collect a lot of these, you have a chance at mithril ores with upgrade material. So it's a win-win. I'm on the Volcano, the Bone Pile one over here. So this is currently the one I'm rocking, and it gives me bookmarks, nighttime, plus this, and grindstones, right? All the other stuff is extra. It's nice to have, but grindstones, bookmarks for materia, and the night. This is all perfect. And currently, right now, that just happened last night, we have a 20% increase of rare rewards happening. So this is really good to start spending your Choke boosters on. I had a lot of Choke boosters, and I've been spending on this collaboration, but this just makes it that much easier. So you can see I got 2 plus a grindstone there. I'm gonna try this again, and never do 5 max out because that wastes some of it. So just do that. There you go. 1, 2 mantles, 3 knights, right? So the more mantles you have, more knights you have, the more you're gonna get out of this. Again, mantle plus 2 knights. I even got one time just like a giant row of knights, and it was beautiful. There's another mantle, bookmark, and 2 knights. So right now is a very good time if you're like me and you stockpiled a lot of these choker boosters. I would say it's a pretty good time. Save some just in case, again, the guild system comes out and you have to do something with the guild system and the Chokeable Farm, and there's breeding involved. But if you got a ton like me, don't be too afraid. So guaranteed almost to have something really, really good every single time. I've never been gypped with this 20% in that 99 that I just did. I got a mantle, knight, grindstones, bookmarks the entire time. Now there is other places that give other stuff as well too. If you want different rewards, then you can look at that. But in my opinion, like you can see after all this time, the knight one is just so good to do because it's so cheap, right? 10 and 6, boom. Right, so every 60 you have, you get to do 6 of them. Every 600, you know what I mean? So the more knights, the better. Your best bet is to re-roll the shop until you see a C+ for the mountain. That way you can do the one I just did. That one gives you knight plus the mantle. And if I click, I believe we'll hear expedition. This is exactly where it is. Volcano, and it's the 3rd one behind me. That's where I'm currently plumped in. If you check it, you can see that's where it is. So that's the one I'm currently farming. There's other things you guys can farm while you're farming the mantles, and that gives you double bonus. And I thought that was something very good to point out because there was no notice for this. Technically, there's a notice that the Chokeable Farm will be boosted, but it's like hidden, digged in there in the weekly, monthly updates, right? Nobody really reads it. So just a little heads up for you guys. Now, the next thing is Monster Hunter, right? Monster Hunter collaboration came with all these new weapons. And with new weapons and new costumes, mostly new weapons, we get wallpaper. And I know a lot of people don't really care about the wallpaper. Some people do. I think the wallpaper is such an amazing thing to have. But if you look here, Sephiroth that just got a banner. He got a wallpaper, right? Other characters who just got character weapons. There's wallpapers for every weapon pretty much in this game, except till now. Even the Final Fantasy 9 and the Final Fantasy 7 collaboration gave out wallpaper. So here's a Final Fantasy 9 collaboration wallpaper. Does it do much? Does it do anything in your game? No. Is it something I'd like seeing? Yes, right? You get to choose your favorite waifu husbandos or a cool event that just happened. This is currently what the Monster Hunter collaboration gave us. 2 different colors of the dragon, which is a really badass wallpaper, but there is effort put into this, right? Square was putting in effort and giving us a wallpaper. Some free ones were kind of trash. They didn't move. And they put less effort. They just did it just to do it. And, you know, kind of bad. And then some of them are really cool. And then, again, some of them are just, you know, what they are. This one's not terrible. Could have been better, but it's not terrible. But there has been a wallpaper for everything we've been doing. And I really appreciate that. Especially when all you have to do is get, like, the weapon overboosted and you're good to go. For the amount of money that Monster Hunter collaboration is making, plus any collaboration is making, I kind of expect it now. It would have been great to see Tifa, Aerith in a new wallpaper, but they just decided not to do anything for them. And it's really crazy. Like, some of these wallpapers are beautiful, right? So all you have to do is pull for the weapon, and there you go. So I guess maybe they're cutting costs here and there, but with collaboration, I feel like there's one place you shouldn't cut costs. This should be where it is, unless there was some sort of, you know, Monster Hunter didn't allow it kind of thing. I don't really know, to tell you the truth. All I know is that the crossovers are mostly their most profitable places. I'm not saying it's the most profitable, but it's one of them because it's so FOMO. You're missing out, right? This is limited. And then on top of it, it's so limited that the wallpaper is also limited because you can't get the weapon anywhere else. So like, I'm one of the very few, I say few, but there's a lot of us that have the Final Fantasy 9 crossover stuff. Right? I can no longer get this unless I pulled on that banner and I use weapon parts to upgrade that weapon in order to get this. So I can still get this because I pulled on the banner and I have one copy of their weapon. So if I ever want these wallpapers, I can get them. But anyone who didn't pull my crossover banner can't get these. So it makes them that much more rare and that much more cool to have on your background as you're going. So like right here, switch my Rathalos because I don't really care about Monster Hunter into that. And now when I'm chilling, all my favorite husbandos, waifus are just on my wallpaper. And I feel like that's such a good touch. So the fact that they didn't give out wallpaper for Monster Hunter weapons is a huge letdown. And I don't know if they're listening to my videos or the community, but don't take these away. I know it's not much to some people, and it sucks that it's not here to a lot of people. So for the majority, I want to see more wallpapers. Like, look at these. It doesn't have to be always super husbando and waifu. It just could be some badass thing. And I know, yes, they gave us the dragons, 2 reskins. One's gray, one's red, right? It's awesome. Thank you. I appreciate that. But this is the first time they took away wallpaper on weapons, on crossover, or some limited banner, which I feel like is super, super important to kind of give that extra incentive or just a little bit of bonus in saying thank you for supporting the game. Here's something to go along with it, because even the 6-month anniversary weapons, they all had cool wallpapers. So yeah, this is something I hope they don't take away. I kind of wish that they would listen and be like, okay, we'll update it and we'll throw it in afterwards. Sorry about the delay. You know, something happened, or you know what? We decided, yes, we will be giving you guys wallpapers for this. Our bad for deciding not to. And if anything else, later down the line, they don't take it away again. I just really, really hope they realize that we enjoy these wallpapers. Majority of us, a lot of us don't really care, but the majority, I've heard their voices on my streams, in my DMs, and now in my YouTube comment section. So I don't want these to go away. Not just for myself, but for everyone else who loves to see their backgrounds, and it gives a little bit extra. And one thing I do want to add is that I have the game muted all the time because it's the same song over and over and over and over. If it was the same wallpaper here over and over and over, it becomes very stale. So a jukebox would also be fantastic, where we can put any Final Fantasy music into our main menus, our home screen, right? A little jukebox, something over here, right in the corner, right in this corner, a little jukebox, and you can pick any Final Fantasy song that's been in the game or is going to be in the game or collaboration, and just have it there, and you get to choose which song you want. Other games have this, and I think it's fantastic, so I really hope that eventually they keep hearing this message. I keep screaming out loud, give us a jukebox. Let us pick our own title songs from the Final Fantasy franchise. I think it would be so good, and a lot of people would appreciate it just as much as we appreciate these wallpapers. So that's something I want to shine a light on. I hear you guys. I feel it. There's also times where you feel like you can't do anything about it, but voice your concerns, let them know, and hopefully they change it and be like, okay, we won't take this away, because it is something that's really cool. Besides that, let me know what you guys think, right? Let me know how many wallpapers you've collected, how much you care about them, what's your favorite ones, and tell Square Enix down in the comment section, please bring them back. I know it doesn't seem like much, and they're probably not planning to take them out permanently, but some of them became stale where they're just a picture and now they're gone. So it's like they're juggling what they're doing with wallpapers, so we're kind of scared that they're going to take them away. Is it going to take away from our gameplay? No. Is it going to take away from our experience? Yeah, I would say yeah. I do enjoy seeing all my waifus and husbandos. Besides all that, guys, thank you so much for watching. Keep on smiling, and I'll smell you later.